And we are welcoming in Mike Berlin to the Blue Couches. He's the executive producer of WQLN's Chronicles. Hey. Emmy award winner, we can now say. Congratulations to you and your team.
I'm happy to be here.
And that's going to season 1. Which episode?
That was going to season 1 for our series that was called Bellwether, and it's for the first episode, which it was a 3-parter, and it's called Our Power.
Okay.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about Chronicles.
Chronicles is a local anthology docuseries, and ultimately we jump around the timeline of Erie's history a little bit, and it's an anthology series, and we sort of try to take a fresh approach and fresh perspective on the history and try to put that history into context.
And you just wrapped up season 2.
Yes.
Yes. So
yeah.
what are you most excited about for season 2?
Well, we've been airing throughout the course of the last year, so we got to do some, we've been filming all over the place, and actually we filmed here for an episode on Paul Seipel with, your very own John.
Yeah.
And I just, literally last week, I just put the finishing touches up on an episode about Strong Vincent.
Okay.
Which I think one of the rewarding things for us is just like, there's a lot of names and there's a lot of events that maybe we've been told in school, and we thought we knew, but then going into it and doing a deeper dive and getting granular with it, I learned so much more, and sort of why the city is the way that it is, and how things sort of came to be.
Yeah, what's the reaction from viewers who watch it? Are they learning so much about this area?
They are. I can always tell. It's always funny because I'll get somebody who comes up to me, either at the bar or on the street or something like that. It's like, oh, I love Chronicles, and I'm watching it. And then there'll be an episode that they sort of have gravitated towards, and then I will end up having like an hour-long conversation with them about, it's like, oh, the Erie Blades, or Charlotte Elizabeth Battle, or Daniel Dobbins. So,
and of course, an Emmy is probably the most prestigious, highest award you can receive for something that is on television. How do you go about submitting your work and allowing the panel that needs to make these decisions?
It's a process, a political process too. But first things first, you have to get yourself into the pool of the Emmys, and then you submit your work, and it goes out nationally. So it's not even judged regionally. So it goes out nationally. So somebody in Alaska will be watching the show, or down in Florida, and then you're in a pool of like probably about 20 other submissions. I'm also a judge for other regions, and you judge those and you put a score to it, and then it goes back to the regional judges, and then it gets judged that way.
What I think is great is locally we may be so interested in these topics and think, oh, this is really cool, and this is great, but to have it being recognized on that level must be another
it's great work when everybody loves it.
It's kind of been a trip, because ultimately credit to when Tom New, retired CEO of WQLN, when he had the idea of doing a history show, you don't know what type of broad appeal something like this is going to have, and so it's been really humbling on some level to see that support from outside of our city borders. And
so where can folks check out Chronicles if they're just hearing about it?
Absolutely. We will be running, I'm sure, we'll be running reruns throughout the summer on WQLN. PBS, and then you can also check us out on YouTube and on WQLNchronicles.org.
Great. And how long are the episodes about?
About a half hour. Some of them, though, will have part 1 and part 2, and they'll be like an hour long.
Good. Awesome. And you're hoping to do some submissions for season 2 as well, I would think.
Yeah,
now that you're on the map.
Yes, we will be for sure. And so we'll see what categories are available, and we'll figure it out from there.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so
and
much.
thanks for coming in to tell us about it.
Thank you for having me.
That's
Appreciate
terrific.
it.